everyone, all the judges, my teammates, my opponent, and member of the house. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I should say thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for His blessing and merciful, so we can be here without any obstacles. Also, thanks for giving time as first speaker. First of all, let me introduce myself and my teammates. My name is Cikal who will deliver arguments from the social health perspective. The second speaker is Miftah Nur Fadhilah, who will deliver arguments from the social perspective. And third speaker is Novia Rachmawati, who will deliver arguments from military perspective. Now, this motion, the belief in this motion is this House believes that modern technology is more of a foe than a friend. The definitions are modern is recent times. Technology is by definition is the innovation made by humans. Foe is something that causes harm. Friend is something that's helpful. Now, in this case, in modern technology is genetics engineering. So it's more a foe than a friend. So genetics engineering is a technique that changes or that change or modify the genes in a living body. So and it begins in 1970. So let me explain one of the genetic engineering type that is cloning. So one of the most famous example, I will deliver the argument from the health perspective. So one of the famous example of cloning is Dolly the lamb. Project Dolly has caused many embryos to be destroyed, and it requires a lot of eggs from 40 donors. So and Dolly is the only result. So what we get from this is that cloning has very low success rate and is very unsafe. So the second is because cloning is a copy of the predecessor, it will inherit everything, including the predecessor's genetic abnormalities and diseases. So if the predecessors have disease or genetic abnormalities, it will inherit it. Also, cloning will have high chance of gene mutations in general. So what we get from this is that cloning or genetic engineering is very harmful and is very unsafe. So have very low success rate, and this is I'll keep I stress again that the motion is this House believes that modern technology, in this case genetics engineering, is more of a foe than a friend. I'll keep my stance back to propose.
Timekeeper, my beloved team, my beloved opponent, and the member of the house. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to say thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for His blessings and merciful. Because of Him, we can be here without any obstacle. Also, thanks for time which given to me as first speaker from Positive Team. Let me introduce myself and my teammate. I am Miftah Nur Fadhilah as the first speaker. I will deliver arguments from health perspective. My teammate, Novia Rachmawati, as the second speaker, will deliver arguments from social perspective. And the last one is Cikal Rasya, as the third speaker, will deliver arguments from military perspective. Well, audience, our motion today is this house believes that modern technology is a foe than a friend. If we take a look from Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, the definition are: first, modern is present or recent times or right now, and technology is some innovation which made by human to make their works easier to realize their life. And then voice is something which give worse influence and make harm. The last one is friends is a thing which is very helpful for human life. Those are the definitions I get from Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. Honorable adjudicator, timekeeper, my beloved team, and my beloved opponent and member of the house. Now we only talked about modern technology. In this case, genetics In genetics engineering for human is a Vadin friend. Genetic engineering is one of modern technologies. The latest issue states that genetics engineering will apply for human being. Genetics engineering itself begins at 19 and 17. Genetics engineering are technique for modifying, copying, and recombining gene of organism. And now, let me deliver argument from health perspective. If this modern technology will apply for human being, I have two reasons why it shouldn't. Genetics engineering itself has many types, and I will explain one of them. It's cloning. The first reason is its uncertainty and unsafe result. We can take a look for the famous cloning Dolly the Lamb. Dolly the Lamb is the icon of cloning as we know. Need many trials to get good result. Project of Dolly had destroyed many has, de- has destroyed many embryos before desired result achieved. Dolly's project need 277 reconstructed eggs from 40 donors, and Dolly is the single successful outcome. You see, it's really wasted of eggs, wasted of embryos to make only one single successful outcome. Clone pregnancy commonly weak is that many baby clone die soon after birth. The second reason is inheriting disease. Cloning create a copy of its predecessor. This includes genetics abnormalities and disease. Cloning also has high rate of genes mutations, some take mutation, and improper imprinting. If the mother had genetics abnormalities or disease, the clone will also have it. From that explanation, we can conclude that genetics engineering will have uncertainty and unsafe result, and also have high risk of gene mutations and inheriting abnormalities and also disease. That is very dangerous of health. This is very dangerous for health. Moreover, if clone is one of genetics engineering applied for human being, it's so dangerous. So I stress it again that the motion this house believe that the technology that modern technology in this case and genetic engineering is a vote in a France, and I will keep my stance and back to purpose. Thank you so much for the time given.
Honorable educator, timekeeper, my beloved team, my beloved opponent and member of the house. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I like to say thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for His blessing and merciful. We can be here without any obstacles. Also, thanks for time which given to me as first speaker from positive team. Let me introduce myself and my teammate. I'm Novia Rachmawati as first speaker. I will deliver argument from health perspective. Miftah Nur Fadhilah as second speaker who will deliver argument from social perspective. And the last, Cikal Vadin Rasya as third speaker who will deliver argument from military perspective. Well, audience, our motion today, this house believes that modern technology is a foe and a friend. From Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, the definition are modern is present or recent times. Technology is some innovation which made by humans to make their work easier to realize their life. Foe is something which make worse influence and make harm. Friend is a thing which is very helpful for human life. From Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. Honorable adjudicator, timekeeper, my beloved team, my beloved opponent and member of the house. Now, we only talk about modern technology. In this case, genetic engineering for human is a foe and a friend. Genetic engineering is one of modern technology. The last issue said that genetic engineering will apply for human being. Genetic engineering begins at 1970. Genetic engineering are techniques for modifying, copying, and recombining gene of organism. And now, let me deliver my argument from health perspective. Genetic engineering has many types, and I will explain one of them, cloning. The first, uncertain and unsafe result. Dolly the Lamb, icon of cloning, as we know, need many trials to get good results. Project of Dolly has destroyed many embryos before desired result achieved. Dolly project need 277 reconstructed eggs from 40 donors, and Dolly is the single successful outcome. Clone pregnancy commonly weak is that many baby clone die soon after birth. The second is inheriting disease. Cloning create a copy of its predecessor. These include genetic abnormalities and disease. Cloning also has high risk of gene mutation, somatic mutation, and improper imprinting. If the mother had genetic abnormalities or disease, the clone will also have it. From that explanation, we can conclude that genetic engineering have uncertain and unsafe results, and also have high risk of gene mutation and inheriting abnormalities and also disease. That is very dangerous for health. Moreover, if clone as one of genetic engineering applied to human being. So I stress again that the motion this house believes that technology modern is the case genetic engineering is a foe than a friend. I keep my stance and back to the purpose.